Hey party goers. Y'all, I'm literally packing right now. Charlie stop. I'm packing right now. I need to go out of town to Miami because I have a family member in the hospital. But I do have to talk about something that happened Saturday, July 22nd. I had lost my engagement ring in the Uber car. Yeah, I've been trying to do this video, but it's been tough for me because I just don't want the waterworks to start coming, you know, and it's difficult. So I left my engagement ring in the Uber. I had this ring, this is my engagement ring, and this bracelet. I took it off. Yeah, I have a bad habit of taking my jewelry off, and putting it in my purse. So I had put it like this inside my purse, and I had unzipped it. I stuck it in there and I zipped it. Well, apparently I didn't stick it in my purse, and it was late. It was 11 o'clock at night. We had a date night, and I ended up sticking my jewelry behind my purse, apparently, so it fell in the seat. Y'all, this week I had a rough week, you know, both grandparents in the hospital, just going through a tough time. So I didn't even know it was missing. I didn't even know it was missing until I had got ready and I was looking for my jewelry, and that was Thursday. So that was 6 days later. She was calling me my phone after 3 days of it missing. I didn't know. I thought it was just a stalker. You know, when you're on social media, you get all these, you know, guys calling you, being a female. And I just kept getting calls, and so I never answer the call if I don't know the number. So I was just like, my God, because they were calling and calling and calling. You know, she called about 10 times at different times, late hours, all types of times. And I was like, oh my goodness. And I was gonna go block the number. And when I noticed that it was missing, I ended up looking all over the place, and I'm like, I know I stuck it in my purse. You know, did I stick it in my jewelry case? Because that's where I usually put stuff. And I could not find it. So now my heart is pumping, you know, and I'm just like, oh my God, not again. Don't tell me I lost something, you know, because my fiance had bought me a set of jewelry, and it was $2,500, and I ended up losing the earrings and the necklace in the car. You know, so I have a bad habit of taking my jewelry off and putting it in my purse and things like that. And y'all, it still bugs me till today, you know, that I lost that, because I love it so much, you know, and I hope to replace that later in the future. But you know, losing a $10,000 engagement ring is a big deal. And it's not even the amount of money. It's, you know, it's the sentimental value, right? Of the piece of jewelry and what it means and all that. So I couldn't believe it. You know, I went to the Uber app and I put missing item, and I'm like, there's no way somebody's gonna give me this back. I just don't see it possible. You know, this year I had a really rough year, and I had my cousins were working for me for my business, and they stole thousands of dollars from me. And those are my cousins. You know, you could just imagine, you know, if you have family doing stuff like that to you, how would you think that a stranger would come forward and just bring something back, you know, to you like this? So I went to the Uber app and I put a lost item, missing item, and I don't know if y'all have ever missed something in the Uber, but so I put missing item, and then it said, you know, we will connect your call to the Uber. So then I was like, okay, you know, it called a phone number, and I looked at the number and I was like, no way, that number has been calling me, and I just been not answering that call. So it's not the driver's number, but it's just another number that they use to send to make the call, like anonymous call pretty much, but it's going to your Uber driver. And then it didn't answer, she didn't answer the call. So I ended up doing it was a chat with Uber, and you know, I told them, you know, I was missing an item and if they could let me know if it had been found. Y'all, I'm just like, there's no way, and nobody is gonna give this back to me. You know, I'm just like, I don't know why I was, okay, you know what? I'll tell you why I was hopeful. I'll tell you exactly why. When we left the restaurant and we drove 30 minutes to my house, me and the Uber clicked. We clicked, me and her, and we just started talking. And all the way from the restaurant to my house, we were just talking about coffee. That's all we were talking about, you know. And I was telling her, like, you know, I love coffee. And she's like, oh my God, me too. And I was telling her, like, what coffee do you get? Because in Starbucks, the only thing I get is the white mocha, you know, the hot white chocolate mocha, because I don't know what else to get. And she's like, oh, you know, can I give you, you know, can I recommend you? I'm like, yeah, sure. So I got my phone out and I'm like typing away, you know, and she's giving me the Carmel crave from Dunkin Donuts, and she's giving me the Starbucks coffee. You know, that one's awesome, y'all. I just had it yesterday. It's so good. Y'all need to go try it. I'll put it in the description because I just can't remember it, you know, from the top of my head. So it's like we clicked, and you know, we were just so excited about coffee and talk, you know, just conversating, you know. And y'all, that's the thing. Sometimes you'll meet people and you just click like that, you know. I can be honest with you, in 10 years, she's the third person that I've met like that, you know, just in a random place, and we just like click, you know. And when I left, I was like, man, you know, I should have got her name and her number, you know, but I didn't. So I was like, well, I have it now, right? That's the good thing. I actually have her information now, you know, to talk to her. So getting back to the story, that is why I was hopeful about getting this back. But, you know, being done so wrong, even by family, it's, you know, it's like, there's no way. There's just no way somebody's gonna come and give you something back like that, expensive like that. And I was like, man, you know, so I was driving you know, finally I get in the car because my dad needed me to help him with some things, you know, because my grandmother's in the hospital too. And I was driving over there, y'all, and I just like, I had to pull over, you know. They messaged me back and they were like, yeah, you know, your Uber driver found a bracelet, you know, this bracelet. Y'all, when they told me that she found a bracelet, I was just like, you know, oh shit, like, they said a bracelet. They didn't say rings. They didn't say. So now my heart started pumping again. And I was like, I had to pull over, and y'all, I just started crying. I'm just like, you know, if she's trying to just give me a bracelet back, I don't even want it. Like, you know, and I'm just like, look, Flo, just, you don't know what's going on, you know, just calm down, you know, go to your dad's, do what you need to do, you know, be patient, you know, that you're gonna hear some good news. Yeah, it was so hard, y'all. That hour, she called me back after an hour, and that hour seemed like 10 hours, you know, and it's like I had been missing it already for 6 days and had no clue. But now that I knew about it, it was like, it was hurting me, you know. And I was like, oh my God. And then she finally calls me and she's like, Flo? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, you know, this is Felicia, the Uber driver. And I'm like, hi. And she goes, you know, well, let me talk to you. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, you know, what is she gonna say? You know, and she's like, you know, I had been working that night till 2:30 in the morning. I had people in and out my Uber, you know, and the day that I was calling you was a day that I started Ubering again, which was like 4 days later. And I noticed this jewelry and I was trying to figure out whose it was. And I just could not figure it out. And then it just drew me that it was yours, you know? And I was like, oh my God. Like, I'm like, wow. And she's like, you know, I just want to tell you I'm having, you know, some financial difficulties. And if you could help me out, you know, I would greatly appreciate it. She's like, you know, I didn't know whose it belonged to, the ring. And because I wasn't getting an answer back, I did get the engagement ring of praise. She's like, that is a beautiful ring. She's like, and that ring is expensive. And I'm like, yes, it is. And she's like, well, you know, I have it. It's your property. It's safe with me. But I'm just letting you know, if you could help me with something, I would greatly appreciate it. You know, if not, it's okay. I'm still gonna return this to you. And I was like, you know, thank you so much. You know, I just was, you know, crying on the phone and stuff. And, you know, and I was like, you know what, let me talk to my fiance about this situation, and I will get back to you today, you know, just give me a few hours. And she said, yeah, sure, you know, I get off at 5 o'clock and this and that. And y'all, I've had a rough year this year. I'm very personal about things. I don't talk about anything. You know, the beginning of the year, I did get a boob job. I will be talking about that in my channel. It's taken me a year to try to, you know, to talk about this, because it's just, I went through a lot, you know. It was pretty much 8 months of hell, you know, with this doctor that he didn't know what he was doing. Oh man, you know, so for 8 months, I couldn't work. I was in excruciating pain. It was so bad that I had got implants and I had to take them out after 6 months. And it took me another 2 months to heal. Y'all, even at that, I can't even still sleep without a bra, you know, that I'm in pain. Still. And I even went to a doctor here, and you know, they want $20,000 to fix the mess he made, you know, literally, because I could not work that year. My business went to shit, you know, and I'm starting my business up again, barely trying to get there. I ended up losing my brand new Lexus. So, you know, it's just a lot of shit, you know? And so losing, even on top of that, like you know, my cousins, you know, stealing thousands of dollars from me, you know, and then this. Y'all, even the day before that I had spoke to her, that she found my ring, I was talking to my fiance, and I was just telling him, like, why are people like this? Why are people so ugly with each other? You know, I'm always trying to help people. I'm always trying to uplift people, you know, give people good advice. You know, like, I want everybody to win. That's, you know, that's how I am. But everybody's not like that. And, you know, for me telling him about this, you know, that people are so ugly. And then Felicia comes and she does this, you know, and she just like, you know, I'm wrong. There are beautiful people in this world. I am so wrong about that, you know, but yeah, so I've been going through a lot this year. I don't talk about it, but I will. You know, I don't know why this had to happen, you know, for me to open up more, you know, because I'm just human like everybody else. And you know, y'all, I do a really good job, you know, of not letting things get to me. You only live once, you know, even though bad things happen, you need to see the good in life, you know. Y'all, you know, something, you know, terrible could happen. You would never know. Looking at me, you would never know it, you know, because I'm always singing and, you know, dancing, and I try to live happy regardless of what's going on, you know, in the world, or if people do wrong to me, you know, I'm still like, I'm not going to let it get to me. I'm going to keep moving forward, you know. And those people, you do need to push. The people that are bad to you, you need to eliminate them out of your life. You do not need them if they're just going to do wrong things to you, you know. And so Felicia has changed my mind, you know, that there are good people in this world, you know, and her being persistent when she didn't have to, you know, her being in a financial situation, she still came forward, you know, to give me what was mine, you know, and that's difficult to do with anybody. Y'all, so she did meet me up that day, you know, at 7 p.m. I did meet her up, and she did give me my engagement ring and my jewelry. I'm just so grateful for her, you know. Y'all, I did do a GoFundMe for her. If y'all can help out, please help out. If you can't, that is fine. Just, it's free to share it. Just share it out. That's all I ask, you know. That's all I ask. You know, I just started YouTube. I only have 300 subscribers. So please subscribe, share out my video. That's all I gotta say, y'all. You know, thanks for watching. Thanks. Y'all, and my fiance did help me out, you know. he did give her a cash reward, 10% of what the ring was worth. So, but I just feel like it's not enough. She deserves so much more. She does work 2 jobs. She works at 8 till 5 in the day, and then she works Uber nights. She is a single mother, and I used to be a single mother. I know how difficult it can be. So everything will be in the description. The GoFundMe, just everything, the Starbucks that she recommended, just all that stuff, y'all. So anything helps, and thank you for watching.